Hey, beautiful. Thank you for listening to episode 2 of my first season of my pod share. And these are my thoughts. There are no mistakes. There are just choices. I believe that. And I believe that even for the person who chooses against their own best interests. Because the reason why a person would choose against their own best interest overall is because they believe that the choice that they are making is in their best interest for whatever reason that's causing them to believe that in that moment. And they would need some deeper understanding of their circumstances to decide to do different. And that other explanation or interpretation would have to be more powerful than the belief that moves them into action against their own best interest. That still resonates with me today, that message. That message was recorded in April of 2022. April 2022. Over 2 years ago. Wow. I remember making that message, and it does not feel like it's been that long since I made that recording. And I am thankful for it because it moved me at that time to let go of criticisms that I was having for myself for making a different choice. And forgiving myself for any perceived losses that I may have thought I had because I didn't make a different choice. That didn't matter. I remembered when I was making that recording, I remembered that I am in a space of gratitude with myself. Like, I really am proud of the person that I was then and that I am today. And my choices, even in experiencing hardship or heartache or headache from other people's choices that impacted me, I still am proud of the choices that I made in regards to that, or in response to those things. There are no mistakes. There are just choices. Connecting with the God that I believe is within me, to understand that I also make no mistake, that I also make a choice for myself in that moment. Even now, the choice to finally release this podcast and start sharing myself more publicly, sharing my vulnerability more publicly, is a choice that comes with its own risk, right? But for me, in the space that I am right now in my life and how I want to grow as a person, how I want to grow and expand my spirit, this is part of the journey into doing that. When I think about the choice of not doing it, because I was making the choice to not do it the past couple of years when I didn't do it. And when I think of the choice to do it now, I understand why the choice then was the better choice for me not to begin at that point in my life. I needed to be where I am right now in my life with the level of understanding I have with the changes that have come in my life today. I have the space for it in my life now. I don't have the restrictions that I that I subconsciously had 2 years, 1 year ago, when I was making all of these recordings, knowing eventually I was going to share them at some point, some of them, because some of them are still my journal. So those are for me. But I understand why the choice was in my best interest then not to begin, and why it's in my best interest now to begin. So, all of that to say, there are no mistakes, just choices. Embrace the choice that you made. Embrace the person that you have become through the choices that you have made. And find the gratitude. And if you're in a space right now where it's very difficult to find the gratitude in the choices that you have made, look around you. Look around you. Look inside of you and see, what do you appreciate? Because what do you appreciate are the things that you can be grateful for. And what you appreciate are things that you have gained through the choices that you have made. And if it's still challenging to do that, take a moment to take a deep breath, connect with your heart space, release, 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 release the thing that is creating the shield to your vision so that you can see more clearly, because believe me, beloved, it is there. And it is waiting for you to see it. And once you do, you can't unsee it. Peace and love. I hope you got what you needed.